2, 1. Delay starting in 1, 2, 3. I think we're live.
Hello
there. I think we might be live. It's Sunday.
We're streaming.
And we're talking about sneakers as always. So hey there, people who.
There's another S to add to the Sunday streaming sneakers. Snowing.
It's snowing out there. It's snowing out there, people. So yes, it's we've got a lot of snow here in the UK. Well, a lot being about 4 inches, but enough for the dog to have fun. So, my name's Mr. B.
I'm SJ.
And this is Pint of Stuff. And every Sunday we do stream.
Unless Mr. Virgin decides not to play.
Unless the internet provider, that is Virgin Media, decides not to play nice. Tonight,
Exactly.
Fingers crossed, they're playing nice.
Yay.
So, as last week, we didn't unbox something fresh, but we did revisit something that we actually put out live in the week. Live? Well, so I thought we'd do the same anyway this week. So
that hasn't been on your feet and isn't quite so fresh.
Yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean, girl? What do you mean? Hello there. So yeah. So I thought as we put out the video for these on Tuesday,
What was it, Thursday?
Thursday,
Yep.
because we do put out videos on
Tuesdays and
Thursdays, and we stream on Sundays. It's Sunday, people. Unless you're watching this on VOD, then it could be any day of the week.
That is true.
Yeah. So if it's Monday, I hope you're really enjoying your Monday. I think mine.
No one enjoys Monday.
Don't they? What? Why not? Because
It means you have to get up and go to work.
you have to get up and go to work.
Yeah, so nobody enjoys Monday.
I enjoy Monday.
Oh, you do, yeah.
Because it means that we're a day closer to Friday,
Ah!
which means we're a day closer to Saturday.
Haha, anyway.
Anyway, so SJ, you didn't really get a chance to look at these in depth, did you?
No,
Do you
I
wanna have a
didn't.
look?
Okay, so these are the Nike SB AF2 Kevin Bradley.
They are.
Yeah, shoe.
Well, what do you think?
You know, I really, really love the dunk high. Really like them. I do like these.
There's a but.
There is a but the shape of them, they look so different to your Supreme AF2s.
They
look
do.
So different. Like I know the colour of your Supreme AF2s probably makes them look even bigger.
Yep.
But these look more like the sort of tennis shoe that Nike are really pushing right now. And I think that's mainly because they're white.
Yep.
And maybe when you start wearing them a bit more and the toe box actually creases away and the blue that's underneath here comes through, maybe I'll prefer them a bit more. But I don't know. They are, I think as well, because there's a lot of rubber, not plastic.
It's kind
So
of
this
a
bit
rubber.
round here is sort of rubberized.
It is, people.
And this bit here, just there.
Just there. So
you probably
these
can't
sort
see
of
'cause it's so white.
these elements here, which because the
Yeah.
lights are so bright in here tonight, that's rubber there. You've got, obviously, as SJ's just pointed out, rubber all around the heel unit. So it's a really solid.
And you've got rubber here on the lace, the bits that the lace go through as well.
I'd never
Yeah,
noticed
and I
that.
think that's why they just look uber bright, like uber bright. But you know, there's a nice clean white shoe. I think from a low white pickup point of view, I personally prefer your deconstructed dunks in the bone to these.
And that's because that's more of an off.
We don't say
We
those
don't
two.
say that's not a pure white. That's a bone-esque white. Whereas
Yeah.
these are brilliant white with this
Blue.
royal blue sole.
Which is slightly dirty now.
It is slightly dirty. I've not worn these out. We did film the on foot for these earlier today. That should be going out on Tuesday this week coming. But I just wanted you to have a look because obviously I've looked at them in depth, and as I say in that video, if you're missing the old chunky dunks,
Chunky dunks.
old chunky dunks, And if you like, I've gone down a size so I've gone down a half size. My Supremes are a...
Do we have internet issues, people?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just this doing its
okay.
thing. Do you want to sort that out
Yeah.
while I am... So, as I was saying, so the Supremes I got in a US 12, and I normally hover between a US 11.5 to US 12. They felt a bit... They felt a little roomy, I have to admit. So I dropped down a size to a US 11. That's a UK 10. And that's on the cusp. So I fill these up. It's a snug fit. But what I feel is it gives me that more... There you go. It gives me more of that old school chunky dunk sort of look on the foot, I think. Which I really like, and because of obviously the tongue's a bit thicker, they just feel snug to wear.
I mean, oddly as well, I know that you went down a size, but these feel lighter than your Supremes. Like those Supreme AF2s are seriously chunky.
They're a heavy shoe, a really heavy shoe. One thing to point out: are we live? I think we're live, SJ.
I think it's the iPad. So
Okay.
if anybody's chatting with us, I'm going to apologise because my iPad is playing up again.
Let me see if I can make it work.
So so it's a nice clean shoe. The leather, where there is leather on here, it's a really nice quality leather. There are a few little imperfections on these. I don't know whether that's from the on feet that we did. A couple of dirty marks.
There are a couple of marks. I think something that I noticed as well is when we were filming the intro and outro of that on foot, I did notice actually some of the glue had appeared, but you'll have to watch that to see my reaction.
Yes.
I'm gonna put I think I might actually wear these, properly wear them. I think if I'm gonna wear a white shoe and not want to ruin the others. It might be this shoe.
I think, as I said, I think as these wear, they will look nicer on the feet.
Yeah.
Because they're supposed to wear. So
they are supposed to wear.
So that's my thoughts on this.
And there's very little SB branding on this, as well as I pointed out. The only real, I think,
it's on the tongue.
It's on the tongue, and we didn't actually point out on the unboxing that
it says
it's actually
SB on the bottom,
on the sole as well. But that's really your only branding.
Sorry, Mike.
Killing the microphone there. So that's that. I think what we should do, SJ, is do you want to give people a quick sneak peek?
This is sneak peek. Now, I mentioned on stream last week, I think
it was last week.
Everything
It was
feels
definitely
a blur.
last week.
The Maria Sharapova LA Cortez, and America came good for me.
Oh yes, thank you, America.
So this is only a sneak peek because they are super nice, and we filmed a full unboxing of these and on feet today. But
look at that! Look at that! That's it. That's your
lot.
lot.
That is it. That is your lot. You're gonna have to come back to have a proper good look at those.
You will have to come
but
back to
they are
those.
super nice.
They are a really nice shoe. It's a lovely looking leather on that. It's a really good colour.
And it's making me think that I need to get another pair of ALC Cortez that are lurking in a certain store in America as well.
Okay, well, that's up to you, girl. We know how to get them into the country now.
We do, yes.
Yes, for a reasonable price.
Yes.
Yes, we have a guy.
We have a shoe guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't really. We have a shoe warehouse.
Yeah.
So, SJ.
Yeah.
I thought what we do this week
is look at the news.
Is do the news first.
Do we really want to do the news?
So let me just.
Go on. Let's do it. Let's do the news.
I just want to check because we've got that on twice. Why have we got
yeah,
that
I may have got a bit confused with the news, but
okay.
that's
I'm just prepping the news for the folks out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't actually have a lot of news this week.
No, we don't. It's
I'm going to slide us into the news.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready to slide?
Yeah.
You ready for this? We have slid.
Right, what on earth are these? I'm sorry, but Nike, I love that you're focusing on women at the moment, the whole season of her, and there's some awesome shoes coming out. But really, just leave the Jordan shape alone.
So obviously they did
the reimagined
10 with 10 different, and they've basically taken that 10 and they've slapped some rather interesting colours on them. So this is
it's not just interesting colour. This is different shape. These I don't remember these. Were they in the?
This is the
well, whatever it is in this.
Okay, well,
old lady blue rinse blue.
Let's go for something.
It's like no.
So thanks to Sneaker News, we were able to identify these, but the Rebel.
Yeah, the Rebel
is the Rebel not the best shoe in that collection?
It is.
It's
the
just
Rebel
twisted.
I like. It's twisted.
That's a nice orange.
It, and it's a nice orange. That I would say is very close to your Gatorade orange.
It is, although they're calling that a cinder orange.
Yes, but I like those. But really, I mean, if you really want to scroll through, they get worse.
Okay,
they really do.
So
I mean,
what the
hell?
What the WTF is this?
I mean, come on.
Come really?
On, Nike.
Oh my words!
That is not a nice shoe.
That's ugly.
It is not nice.
That's ugly.
It's an ugly shoe. I know I moaned about like pale pinks and that, but that is one ugly shoe. Yeah. No, stop it now.
Oh my word! I don't know what to say about that.
You're ugly.
It's an ugly shoe. It's frankly not the nicest shoe in the world. We should look at the next piece of news. So what else have you brought? Aha.
These now from one ugly Jordan to a very nice Jordan.
So this is the Shadow colorway, and I thought I'd bring this up because they seem to be really hammering the Jordan 1 with its OG colorways at the moment. Obviously this week, I believe the Royal Blue's coming out.
Or is that next week?
I think it's this week. I think it's this week, but it's not in the UK Sneakers app.
No.
So we may have to find a way. But I thought it was quite interesting that they're bringing the shadows.
I like that colourway.
It's really nice.
It's a really nice wearable colourway, and you'd wear that a lot.
I'd be all over this.
Yeah. In fact, I've just remembered some Jordans that you showed me in the week now, the women's ones that had like the zip up the side.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they were in red and
So they've done the Jordan 1 Rebel, and they've done it in the Chicago colorway.
Yes, which I like.
Which
we forgot to put in the news.
We forgot to put in the news, but that I believe has got a June release date.
Okay.
Now, there wasn't so much hype around that original women's 10, but as soon as you put a Chicago colorway on something,
they're nice.
You just know people. Like, you do know, don't you, people out there, that if you put that Chicago colorway on some kind of Jordan, it is going to just pop, it's going to fly, the world is going to want it.
Yeah, exactly. What's next in the news, Mr. B?
Okay. So it is these. Right, so let me get this right. This is the AF1. It's in the so-called Taiwan colorway, which is basically a patent leather and a sort of a red
and blue, isn't it?
What's the phrase when you go from one color to another color? Gradient. It's a red to green-esque gradient, I believe. I think that these originally dropped on. Well, obviously it's a re-release, but.
Like the Hong Kong one.
Like the Hong Kong, and I think it's actually to accompany that originally.
Yeah.
Way back. But these, I believe, were originally released on All-Star Weekend. And then I think that they have been released in Taiwan. I think they might even be available in the US or have been available in the US. But as per usual.
I haven't been able to find them.
In the UK, can you find these?
They're super nice.
No.
I actually really like that white patent. I didn't think I would, but I really like it.
And then there you go. So you've actually got a different gradient on each swoosh. So on the inside to the outside, which I forgot. Super nice shoe.
Yeah, I like those a lot.
If I can find them, I'll be buying them.
Super nice.
There's not a lot to say. They're just like fire. If I had a flame button, I'd be pressing the flame button right now because, like,
you need an Elon Musk fire thing.
I do. Okay, so that was that, and then that brings us to something that we don't normally feature here.
Well,
Why have you brought these up,
I
SJ?
brought them up because obviously we've had a lot of comments saying that we never show ADIDAS any love. You know, and I've got to say, I just can't get into any of their releases at the moment, and this is why we haven't bought any. You know, I know these had a lot of hype this week for Pharrell's latest drop. I like the sweater. It's a bit leery, a bit out there. I would wear it.
But this shoe?
But the shoe, I just can't feel it at all. You know, it even shove Chanel on it. No, still no. It's just not a nice shoe.
I don't know. I like the idea.
I like the idea, but I just don't.
I don't know. I think
like it.
I just can't feel these German shoes at the moment. Like they're not putting anything out there that I actually like.
Apart from the Wang collection, we both really like that.
Yeah, and that's probably. But still looking at those. Still thinking about picking them up. Those which Wang is it?
It's Alexander. Don't get your Wangs confused again. It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing when you go into a shop and you're not quite sure which Wang is this. I'm just not sure if it's the Vera or the Alexander or whatever. Anyway,
embarrassing.
I will probably pick those shoes up at some point.
I think they're on sale at the moment. When I was actually in Selfridges the other week in the Offspring, they had them in women's sizes, but again, I just couldn't justify spending the money on them.
You couldn't?
No.
Could you justify spending there? People out there? It's a lot of money.
200 quid.
It's like 200 plus.
Yeah.
Pounds for. I know it's Boost, but oh dear.
No, but they're not. They're not
they
even.
Are Boost.
Are they? Have they got the Boost technology?
They've got Boost technology in them, I think.
But anyway, these shoes, like I know they had loads of hype.
Yeah.
I don't know how well they sold. I don't know. I'm just not into them personally. That shape.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll pick a pair up next week, won't we? We'll be like, we love these shoes. These sneakers are the saviours of Sneakerland. No, they're not, are they?
No.
Okay. Right. I am.
Yeah, these are super nice.
So I was just flicking through the gram as you do.
As you do.
And turns out I follow a Swiss shop.
As you do.
Didn't realise.
In fact, there's lots of sneaker shops in Switzerland. Who'd have known Switzerland would be such a hotbed of sneakers?
And especially as we have a man in Geneva.
We do. If you're watching Man in Geneva, you should have some seriously cool kicks on your feet.
Yeah, so these are just a skate high.
But it's a nice
they're
colourway.
Just a reissue, but I really liked. Do you know how you called out like the bone white on the Dunks as being super super nice? I really like this sort of this not white, this not pure white.
Chalky.
This chalky white, along with this red and blue, like that's like a really nice red and a really deep, rich blue.
Yeah, I like. Me likes.
And if we see on foot, like, look at that.
Yeah, that's a sexy sneaker.
That is a seriously nice set of Vans. So it's not just Nike on this channel.
It isn't. No.
There's Vans as well. Right. Okay.
We had Converse last week.
We did. So they're a Nike Air Safari Quick Strike Drop. And the reason I put these up, and the reason I like these, because no real people in the entire world ever manage to get Nike's drops. They never get. So obviously we failed. Big L's on the Atmos.
Taking more L's than Arsene Wenger.
Oh my word. Getting very topical there.
It's true.
It is true. So that was an animal print. And I just thought, Okay, so we can't have those, but these are quite interesting.
But you know what? They kind of remind me of the Jordan Cement.
That as well. And apparently Tinker was involved with these way back. They are a reissue. I think they look really nice on feet.
Is there? Oh, there is a swoosh. It's embossed.
Yep, it's an embossed swoosh in
Yeah,
black leather.
They
orange.
are quite nice.
You know, it is that runner style that's coming back.
Sorry.
Of all runners, this is probably the one that I'd buy for not running in. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? So, people, do you buy runners not to run in? Because all the running shoes that I actually buy to run in, they don't look anything like any of the runners.
No,
type
I mean
shoes.
we pulled out my. In fact, they're still here. My running shoes from last week.
They're quite serious.
Yeah.
So I'm debating these at the moment.
They're nice.
They're not my usual.
They're not your usual. You know, I don't love them, but they are nice.
I like the materials.
I think they're a shoe that you need to see. You need to see them.
Well, I'm not going to see them around here, am I?
That is true.
Okay.
Next.
So this is the shoe that I'm going to have to buy to make up for not getting these.
You know.
Many raffles in the UK.
More else than Arsene Wenger.
And then also used our US connections.
Yes, and still.
It was so frustrating. And I even went in for the 95s, which I didn't love as much as these, but I think would actually oddly look all right on my foot because I have a slightly bigger foot.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I really do like these, but I'm not paying a ridiculous resale price.
Is it $400
it's
on
like
Go?
$400, and it's like, seriously, guys? Seriously? You know, I know.
But there's heritage to these.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm kind of sick of raffles now.
I am, which I'm gutted. I am gutted, world. But you know, we have to put some context to this. This is a pair of sneakers. Like, it really is. Like, there's bad stuff going on in the world.
Yes, there is.
There is bad stuff going on in the world. So we're taking L's all day on these, all day and every day. Here's another shoe that
we'll be taking an L.
Well, I'll be taking many L's on. That I love this shoe more and more each week. I look at it, and the more I've seen people out there on YouTube who have it already, I've seen it on foot.
It's a pretty bonkers shoe.
I love it. I love the corduroy. I love the colours. I might actually pay resale for these. I might do it. I don't want to, but like, this is. They should just do more shoes like this. There's a whole capsule collection around it. I'm so sad. Oh look, hey.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
But yeah, it is a real nice shoe.
You want to?
But you know,
get involved with the chat. So
it's just, we're not going to get them. So.
Has anybody out there on YouTube actually managed to pick these up, or pick these up early, or indeed pick up what we were showing on the previous? Did anybody actually manage to pick these up? And I mean any like real people. Like, not that the people who get these aren't real, but
a pair that wasn't gifted.
But it does seem that a lot of influencers
were gifted these.
Very
early as well.
Early.
Yeah.
But you know, they worked hard to become an influencer.
They did. I'm not knocking them at all.
If Nike wanted to drop these on me, I'd be like, yay. I'd be like, yo, I've made it. Right, let's go.
But basically, what they're doing is working.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Although some put less effort in than others. It is true. It is true. But then they have trillions and trillions of people that they influence.
There you go.
Anyway, so that was the news this week. These are going to have to replace these. Not the same.
But when you actually look at them like that, I have to say, those others just don't. No, there's nowhere near. The only shoe for me that replaces.
Oh, you're risking it.
I am.
You're risking it.
The only shoe, and actually no. Let's just
Right.
bring it up. Bring it
Okay.
up. Bring it up.
All right. Now I'm gonna have
Okay.
to. Ready? I'm
Right.
going to slide in. So you've got the Atmos, and then we're going to come back in with that.
People are going to think I've got a fake flipping Atmos, aren't they?
They are now back. Now back. You see that?
It's not a fake Atmos.
Right. Let's take it
It's
even
not.
closer to
It's
the
not.
camera. Let's go that way. Right. Now I'm going to slide. There we go. Look at that. Now look at that. These are not right. What we're going to do is we're going to do front on profile. Let's see if we can do front on. Which one's front on? Oh, there we go. That's a good one. Right there. Now this shoe. We swear this is actually Latin. Was it Latino History Month?
It was, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was the news. As we don't have fake.
With my fake Atmos.
Yes.
Oh, I don't want to wear them now. People are just going to think
No,
I'm wearing
but they're-
fake bloody Atmos.
Yeah, and then you can tell the story.
Then I can go, no, look at these. These are actually cooler.
Oh,
Anyway, child.
yes.
I'm being child.
We are being childish. And welcome everybody who's watching. It's been one of those sugar.
I may have
Are you?
a tower of sneakers fall on me here.
Please don't have that tower fall on us. Okay. So what you can't see, people, you can't see. There's a huge tower of sneakers just off. Sorry, SJ. Just off camera, just there, and yeah, SJ tried to just pull out the Air Force One 07 Latino History Month shoe, and that's kind of in the middle, so it's kind of like it was gonna happen.
Shit.
Anyway.
Anyway,
So
final part of the show.
final part of the show, which we've mixed this up a little bit, and we've mixed it up a little bit by leaving what's on our feet right to the end.
Okay, yeah.
So for me, a shoe that probably nobody's interested in, but I've got a Nike SB
Blimey,
Team Edition.
they clash with those socks.
These do. So I'm wearing. In fact, let's show the world the socks.
These are actually, it was Mr. B's birthday last
Don't
week.
tell the world.
And
So,
the
Look at this
dog.
sock. So this is Keith Haring.
Haring. God,
Keith
you're
Haring.
embarrassing.
I know. Keith Haring. Happy socks. But look at that. Look at those working together.
Crocs? What Crocs?
No Crocs.
Crocs?
Crocs.
These aren't Crocs.
Not Crocs. Oh my word. Oh dear, no. So these are Nike SB Team Edition, and I thought I'd put these on. I haven't worn them. They're about 6 years old. I liked them really at the time for the gum sole, but it was more that they were blue suede shoes. Like, this has got to be the bluest shoe you were ever going to see. Like, look at that. That is a super blue shoe. I don't find them as comfortable as Janoski's, if I'm honest.
But they are, aren't they?
They're not.
Aren't they?
No, they're,
What are
they're
they?
Team
I
Edition.
thought, oh, okay. I always
Um,
thought they were.
no, they're slightly cheaper. But they're actually lower in the back.
Yeah, I've always thought
That they were lower there, and so I didn't quite find them as comfortable. But a nice blue, a nice stitched, discreet swoosh, and not bad.
They're all right. They're not one of my favourite shoes of yours.
No.
You've had those a while, haven't you?
6 years.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Maybe longer.
Maybe longer, yeah.
Maybe not long after we moved to this town the first time round. So could be 7 years.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's a long time. But yeah, and the suede's kept up. They've not scuffed too much. So yeah, and as I said, I like the gum sole. You can see I have some denim bleed on the back there. In fact, some quite serious denim bleed if we look at it. Yeah.
You sure it's just not dirt?
Yeah, it's not dirt. It's not dirt. It's not dirt. These are pretty clean. Pretty clean. Let's put that back down there. So SJ. Ah, good guess. Crocs. It's not
You'll never see Crocs on this channel.
Never.
Crocs should not be worn by any person
Ever.
over the age of 4 years old.
There's a time and a place for them. This isn't the place all the time.
No.
So these are, if you thought these were this is a Kevin Bradley AF2. We had these, we talked about these earlier in the stream. Super nice shoe. We were just discussing that SJ believes they look more like a tennis shoe than anything else. But, so that's that. SJ.
Well, I've kind of got a beaten up pair of sneakers on. I don't think we've shown these. These are...
Wow. They are
Oh
battered.
God, they're so battered now, aren't they? So these are Vans, slip-on, and I love these because they're like this snaky, shiny snake.
So like what? See? Like a fake snake skin?
Like a fake snake skin.
They do shine under these lights,
Yeah.
actually. You can't really see it on the stream, but like this is all sparkling under these lights.
I really like these, and I actually had a pair of these in bronze metallic.
You did?
Which sadly went down the trash chute in California.
They did.
Because they had holes in.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
I kind of wish I had 2 pairs of these because they are so nice.
So the thing, so people often say, why do you buy so many shoes? You know, you clearly can't ever wear your shoes. You can't clearly ever wear them out. This isn't going to show on there, but just look at how warm that sole is. This girl has like stomped a few miles in these shoes. She's literally been to California and back.
I have, yeah.
But like, yeah, they waffle. I've never seen them waffle wear out.
To be fair, I wear most of my shoes till they like fall apart like that. So at the time, so when I decided to keep those, I actually threw away the bronze metallic version of those and the Liberty Van Mountain Eras, which were one of my favourite pairs of Vans ever.
They were.
I love the Era shape, but yeah. These shoes, they're probably not going to see much past this summer. Sadly.
They're not, but then we have plenty of other shoes.
But I like these ones.
Well, we should get some more. Yeah, so back to the chat.
Back to the chat.
AF2s. There is a unboxing of these video of there is an unboxing.
Yeah, which went live last Thursday.
Yes.
And there will be an on foot going live this Tuesday.
There will. I just need to finish editing it.
You do.
Yes.
Crack on, dude. Crack on.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Why do I want to do that?
I don't know.
Yes. Anyway, so I think that's us this week.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That stream absolutely flew by.
It did.
I can't believe we've been talking for half an hour.
We've been talking nonsense for half an hour.
Yeah, so if you've made it this far, thank you so much. There's not many people that do. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed and you have made it this far, thank you so much. If you could subscribe, you'll see more of this sort of stuff every Tuesday, Thursday,
and Sunday.
And of course we stream on Sundays live, not scripted at all, as you can probably tell. And if you have subscribed and you haven't, the notification bell, you might as well do that.
You just woke the dog up.
I did just wait. Oh no, he's gone back to sleep. There's a dog in the corner here who was playing in the snow today. He's absolutely exhausted. Yeah, so yes.
I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
It's been emotional.
Thumbs up to you guys.
Big thumbs up to everybody who's watched. And
thank you.
Until next week, people.
Yeah. Have a good week.
Have a good week. Bye.
Bye.